Time to learn your lesson.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian, and today I'm playing with Iroh, Grand Lotus, a teamer commander that's green, red, and blue that's going to be casting spells from the graveyard. Whenever he's in play, each instant and sorcery in your graveyard has flashback, and if those spells happen to be lessons, then they only cost 1 mana, or 0 mana if you discount them by 1 using Brawl or a similar ability. You have a lot of very good lessons that came out with Avatar, including ones that are only available as part of the Jumpstart packs. But either way, they're all lessons, which means you could learn them if you had a sideboard, or you can just cast them, discard them, or otherwise put them in your graveyard so you can cast them again. In this deck, we're going to be doing some serious spell slinging, supplemented by some ramp. What green offers to this deck over many other decks like Brawl, Crackling Wit is mana, because now you're able to use both the lessons and non-lesson spells that get you a bit more mana so you can get to your commander and get to your spells faster than before. In this deck, we have great ways to counter our opponent's spells, maybe deal some damage to their creatures and planeswalkers, and chain together extra turns so we can deal some damage either by attacking or just by pinging in order to win the game. So let's take Iroh into the queue and spill the tea. Grist the Hunger Tide. I have a gemstone in hand, but I'm going first. This hand isn't terrible, but all I can cast are the bounce spells. I feel like this is a good enough case for a mulligan. Yeah, I'm going to take this even though I don't have green mana here. I have some good burn. I have this turn 1 Surveil. That is another land, but it's not another land that, like, it's getting me places. Hi, Grist. Grist is cool. Grist makes bugs every turn. This is interesting because I would like to use this as a land, but using it as removal gets rid of this Goyf forever. I think I should set up instead for the thing that I know is going to get me potentially more card draw. So I'm going to kill it. It might come back later. Oh, would the Goyf have grown? Yeah, right. There's no instance in the graveyard. There's a sorcery in the graveyard. There we go. Found my green. Some of this. Some of you being on fire. Oh no, Nevergoyf is only their graveyard. Yeah, I remembered it right. It's one of the weaker Goyfs. Not the weakest Goyf. Not the strongest Goyf. It's no Barrow Goyf. Jet Collector. They do have enough cards in their graveyard. This will give them a Mox Jet and even let them bring back Nethergoyf for 1 mana. Well, 2 mana, but that. Brain maggots. Hi. Don't look at these? Yep, because the bolt would hit the Jet Collector. I can hit the Brain Maggot. And I can't do this first if you're wondering why I'm not, because I needed the red mana to hit the Jet Collector. Oh yeah. Brain Maggot is one of the, I think, grosser arts in Magic. Hi, Grist. They don't have any creatures to sacrifice, but they can plus, make a bug, do a mill. And they could probably bring this out next turn. I feel like they probably have enough types in the graveyard. 4 more types that I have. Creature, land. Oh no, only creature, land, planeswalker right now. Hello, don't mind me. Blink. Uh-oh. Entomb. Okay. They're entombing something. I have the mana leak, which can hit most reanimation spells on their current mana, but not all. I'm out here like, okay, I need Iroh and then like a mana and then I can bolt a thing. Ooh, Horde and Broodlord. Lets you do some nasty little combos by tutoring things as you reanimate it. And then letting you convoke those out. Victimize! I can hit that. Wonderful news! Mana leak ain't no quench. You have to pay 3. And you can't pay 3. Fun fact about Victimize, you can interrupt it by bouncing any creatures they have. Oh, Overlord of Baelmerk. Had only they played their land first, they would have gotten around that. I've done that before too, where it's like, I don't want to play the card here because I'm getting a different card. And I want more information, and I'm not going to get it. I just don't want Iroh to get killed by Grist. It'll be hard to avoid, though. I can bolt her to keep her away from just being able to -2. They probably have other like forms of removal, though. They can bring out this, though, the Nethergoyf. They definitely have more than 4 types here. Toips here? Yeah, Toips here. How many types of cards you got in the graveyard? Now I got a nice loaded graveyard if I can survive. With Iroh until next turn. Please, Iroh, I need you to live. Please, you're so pretty. Don't leave me. That's a good sign. That's not a good sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not blocking. Because I think they might have Meathook Massacre. It was a -X spell, but it wasn't the one I was thinking of. Dang. I tried. Now I have to rebuild and get the 8 mana to get the Iroh. I think they can bring out the Goyf again. Yep. Okay, Iconoclast into Iteration. Into hand. I think Brawl will be good against Grist. Or at least fine. Unfortunately, her Minus can also destroy Planeswalkers. We'll shock in Steam Vents. I'm going to accumulate Wisdom. I can Tail's End a minus or a plus. Chandra can just kill a thing, but she's hard to protect. But I have weenies here. We can have a weenie battle. Ice Till. Oof. This is an insect that will continuously grow their graveyard and ramp them. It is actually a card I considered for this deck because of that mill and the fact that it's just really strong. I might end up adding it to the deck. It has no interplay with any of the Spellslinger. It's just purely a silly good card. It plays with me putting things in a graveyard. It puts more things in a graveyard. It's playing additional lands. What a card. I'm being asked, how's the tea? Oh, it's pretty good. I felt it was appropriate. We have a nice pot of tea and a nice spot of tea with this. Some jasmine green. Not Iroh's favorite, but one he still likes. It's kind of like Chandra's just in here for value. Ow. Time to replay Grist. Yeah, their hand is empty, but they're replaying these things from the graveyard. It is hot leaf water. Could technically chain this into the roll. But I think it's right to just kill the ice till. And play Brawl. I already accept that Chandra's going to die. I'll block with Brawl. He's great at getting the lessons back for free from the graveyard. Ooh, Deathrite Shaman. That's some graveyard hate. Ooh, they didn't go to kill Chandra. I don't have anything to, like, double off her, but I kind of want to hold on to her.
Today's my lucky day.
I wouldn't have anything to replay there. Using you lets me kill Grist and Deathrite Shaman. Then they replay it, sacrifice the bug. They can only kill one. I'm sorry, opponent. I could also plus here and just like hope. Nah. I apologize for how long it takes for me to make these decisions. But they're hard decisions. They could technically kill both, but they would need to sacrifice Nethergoyf for it. And they might go for it since they can replay the Nethergoyf. Not going for it. Gonna give me one more turn with this Chandra. I know the struggle of it.
Out of my way! Muscle on a mission. You get to be my protege today. I've calculated exactly what I need.
Give them these longer term value targets while I just hope that I get a bit more mana. Ooh, now Barragoyf. Remember how I said that there's some real good Goyfs? That's a real good Goyf. They do have enough mana, I believe, to replay Grist. No, they don't. Grist costs so much mana. 2, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, Grist costs like 9 right now. Yay! I can cast a spell! Are they particularly helpful spells? No, it's fine. Look, I can kill that bug. And maybe, just maybe, Iroh will live for a turn. Maybe.
New world requires new strategy.
That's probably asking too much. Yeah, I have 3, I'll say, kind of priority targets here. One's very easy to get rid of. They have a choice of getting rid of another. Ooh, and with this, a sacrificable creature off the top, they don't even need to give up a Goyf. Nice. Yeah, I think you just minus, kill Iroh, swing in, or you kill the roll if that's what you're afraid of. Off the minus. Yeah, they're killing roll off the minus. This Barrel Wife has a trigger if it hits me, not planeswalkers. My life total's getting pretty low, but I have an Iroh turn now. Ugh, untapping with Iroh. It's not going to happen much, but it's going to feel real good when it does. All right. They're at 21. I have 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 13, 14. Got too many numbers. I got. There we go. I was like wondering, like, what's a good way for me to do this? All right, Rift in hand. Time Warp. I'm gonna crack this open, use the Firebending mana for Windfall. Because it doesn't really matter what's in my hand here. Everyone's gonna teach them a lesson. Yeah, when you have the Planeswalkers there as like these alternate threats, though, there's no good way out where it's like everything here could end them. Yeah, we get to take an extra turn. We swing in, we bolt, and that's lethal just with those. Whew! GG. Fire Lord Azula. The thing you need to do is stop her from attacking. Because once she attacks, once they're in combat, she can get kind of crazy with it. I have one bounce spell I can use on her. This is my ramp. I'm going to hope that I get another... I'll put that there. Once I get to 3 mana, I essentially get to like 4 or 5 off these, which is nice. Perfect. And I can stop and attack once on Into the Flood Maw. This is a very cool card, though, because it doubles all your spells cast in combat, which is like, it could be creatures with flash. It could be things that you give flash to. It's so good. All right, let's go for... I kind of want to surveil this turn, so I'm going to throw that into play and that in the graveyard. If you give her haste also, she can just be like triggering right away. I built the Fire Lord Azula deck. Mine was very much focused on flash creatures and instants and sorceries. Sorceries that you give flash to. So you can like lay Line of Anticipation and cast them at instant speed. Oh, Tome of the Infinite. Makes me sad that I got rid of my Prismari command. I wonder if they're an Azula Storm deck based on that. Rather than go for the Surveil, I'll just go for maximum fixing here. Yeah, I'm going to give you a fish before you can activate this. I really don't like Tome of the Infinite. I don't want to play against it. There you are. For you, a fish. Sacrifice the land and get 2 more. I'm ramping. Got that G Rampaw going on. I could play Iroh here. I am not going to play Iroh, even though I do have value I can get from the graveyard. I would rather hold the Whirlwind Denial. They hit me with a fish. Huh. Go for the draw on Meringue River Regent. Yeah, I'm getting slapped by a trout. In the true stylings of an IRC server. Just gonna keep chilling. If they kill Iroh on the turn he comes out, it does do like that funky thing where it's like, oh yeah, he's out here, but you only get to cast one spell. You only get priority for one of them. Ayo. Getting booped by a 1/1. Surveil. A Toda. I mean, if they have counter magic, that'll force them to use it, I feel. Solve the equation. You can also counter the thing that I tutor for, like temporal manipulation. Oh, you want to steal it? The 50-50? Ah, you don't get to steal it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Azula. I know, I like doing crime too. They were trying to steal Iroh. Oh, you would try to steal your own uncle? Wow. Uncle theft in this economy. All right, sweet. I got Iroh down. I do not have enough for temporal manipulation right here. I'm going to start with the Song of Seasons. This will get me 2 lands. All right, they're going to want to kill him. In response, I will get that cycle value. I will recycle. Almost out of basics. Always nice. Song of Seasons might run out if I run out of those, but I still have plenty of the non-basics here. I will put the Verge into play, Breeding Pool into the graveyard, and then just play this. Nice. I'm like, I can play that Overload next turn. Next turn, I think I can, actually, with him costing 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I can hit the temporal manipulation. Or I can do this. Stormkiln Artist. Chilling. Get me a token. That is a not a generated lightning bolt, because it would have had a different art. That's just the lightning bolt that they had. Yeah, I love when a man fights his crazy niece. Do you have a way to give her haste? No? Maybe they have a counterspell? Yeah, they have the fitting art for the lightning bolt. Does not kill her. Brotherhood's End, Sisterhood's End. Where's your bro at? All right, I'm gonna start with trying to take the extra turn. I'm gonna give them a fish again. Hello. It is once again. I actually don't have to give them a fish because it's a creature. I'm once again going to attempt to return Azula to your hand. And they're killing Iroh. So sad. Too bad. Oh well. Once again, Iroh. Yeah, no, she's crazy and needs to go down. For real, though! Wait, no, I was trying to cast Solve the Equation. What happened there? Oops. Ignore that. That was me misclicking. Sometimes you see three mana and it's all blue and you just kind of blank out. Comedy Infinite again. Infinite value. At least I got some cool resources here. I'll swing in. They do have a creeping tar pit. That's the unblockable, right? Yeah. I don't really want to destroy my own, but to destroy the Tome of the Infinite, I think it's probably going to be worth it soon. Just going to start with this, though. Try to get a different spell in hand. Or discard a spell. Doomblade doesn't work on her. D-Spark does work on her. Growth Spiral. I'd actually just kind of like to cast a Growth Spiral from my graveyard. Buy Talismans, but more importantly, buy Tome of the Infinite. Hate that card. I need it gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You discover the formula. Some good value. Zuko! Hi, Zuko! Casting spells in combat gives him experience, which gives him more firebending. I want to draw card. Hard card drawn. Zuko, return. Actually, returning Key to the Archive to my hand sounds pretty good right here. That just puts another spell in the graveyard for Iroh. And, like, the mana leak's not gonna get them here. Drop that. Now I have lethal next turn if they don't deal with my creatures. Hi, Zuko. Zuko and Azula? You guys aren't supposed to be on the same side of the battlefield. Are we grandpa gaming? We're uncle gaming. Mr. Piggy Mouse in the chat did a set review last night of every creature card in the Avatar set, sorted by if they are a grandma or a grandpa or a kid who belongs at the kids' table. It was great. Best set review of the entire set. Turns out there's a lot of grandpas. Am I trying to think? I don't have any more just like direct burn here. I kind of like just going for the discover the formula. Yeah, let's go for it. I have a counterspell for their counterspell. Let's see what I can get. I have a lot of direct burn. Oh no, you're binding my secrecy. Also, you had to pay a life for that. What was that from? Oh, starting town. Ah, perfect. Lightning bolt. And that's how it's done. GG. Firelord Azula. Prototype X8. Going to duplicate their creatures, getting extra enter the battlefield, and extra copies of the dead creature in their graveyard, because it actually kills them and clones them. This is one of my favorite, like, enter the battlefield, self-mill, self-sacrifice decks. It's so cool. It's a digital-only card, but it has a lot of really neat interplay with various creatures. I also like that I have some ramp here. I'm just gonna go for the accumulate wisdom on my turn. Kind of like grabbing land or ledger shredder. I'm gonna grab this land. All right. They've got blue and blue, black and black. And they're self-milling. I can't wake up. Wake me up inside 2 creatures. No, 3 creatures in the graveyard. 3 creatures in the graveyard means prototype X8 is going way down in cost. I want the Thundering Falls. Healy Archive. All right. I could do that or roll this next turn. But I want Big Rampo. Aww. I already have a big bounce spell. D-Spark's nice for getting rid of prototype X8. I'm gonna go for the counter spell here. And I will drop the Cyclonic Rift because I can cast it from the graveyard with Iroh. This I can only cast on, like, my turn, really, is when it's... Or, like, casting this on my turn is a lot more useful than casting this on my turn. Gonna play a little 3/3. Ooh, Warren Soul Trader with fancy art. Neato. I just think it's neat. How worried am I about next turn? Moderately worried. Can you overload from the graveyard? You sure can. That's a classic thing you'll see done with Snapcaster Mage. And this is like big Snapcaster. I'm being asked if I have orbs to ponder in this deck. They're asking about if the Palantir is in here. The answer is no. Because it's not an instant or sorcery. I did consider it, though, as like a self-mill engine. It might be in their deck. You like my aura? It's very cute. Wait, not with flashback? Oh, can I not overload? I thought I could. Maybe I'm thinking of a different mechanic. Got more otters to protect me. That does leave me with blue, blue. One in hand, one in graveyard. Oh, just things that let you cast from the graveyard to let you do that. Okay, my mistake. It doesn't matter. For me, bouncing one target is just fine, especially because many of the cards in their deck will have enter the battlefield or recast value. Thank you, people in chat, for remembering how cards work when I don't. I wonder if they'll go for X8 this turn. They could X8, sacrifice things, and then play something else. Toyification. Ooh, looks like they might go for the post-combat. They're making a treasure. X8 now costs 2 mana. They've got 2 mana or 3 mana to work with. Oh, crab! Aww, but they killed X8 as part of this. Doesn't matter. Hopefully they hit Counterspell from hand, because that's the least useful. Yep, they hit Counterspell, Accumulate Wisdom, and land. That was a really bad Crabomination hit, which is good for me. Clap, clap, clap. They get 1 card in hand. But now I don't have a lesson in my graveyard. Boo hoo hoo hoo. How close are you to ult? Getting there. Oh, Andress. That's such a cool card. Kill Warren Soul Trader. This will discount prototype X8 a little more. It includes the ones in exile. The lesson goes back to my graveyard. Oh, yay, because they cast it.
Together we can shift the current.
I kind of want to hold this. But, like, playing Chandra is also very tempting because I like her a lot. Nah, I think I'll just hold here. Like, you can always tell that I'm not somebody who usually plays Spellslinger type decks because all I ever want to do is game actions. Which, I'm so right for that. I try to cultivate some form of patience when playing blue. I just don't always do it very well. All right, I will counter that and return bird, maybe? No. I'm going to counter it and just draw a card. Yeah, if I get a land, that'd be nice. All I ever want to do is crime, alternate win cons. Yeah. Make a mess of things.
Choose wisely, because the other one's going bye-bye.
Stormkiln Artist. I could ult him this turn, couldn't I? Do I have 2 1-cost spells? 1. I can ult him. I could have also cast Chandra to do it. I just want to decide if I want to keep him alive or not. I think we just go for it. Draw 3. Now, all instants and sorceries have Storm. I will name Human. And play the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Going Chandra into roll is also good, yeah. But this way I have Iroh set up. And I have Roll over here too. For some more card filtering. I have a protected board. I have a Stormkiln Artist, Illuminating Lash. I'm so ready. I'm so ready to storm. I do like that you can Cryptic Command with, like, nothing on the stack. You can be like, yeah, I'll just tap your stuff, draw a card, bounce the thing, draw a card. Entomb! What are you putting in your graveyard? I do actually love that they use this for the Entomb art. The Archaeologist inside of the sinking library. It's so good. So they put Priest of Gix in. Priest of Gix with Chthonian Nightmare has a bunch of infinite loops. Now those loops will take a while, and I guess in this case would mill and mill and mill and mill, eventually getting them doubles. So we'll see if they pull that off this turn. I think if they sacrifice this, get the Gix, do it one more time, happen to mill 2 creatures, they could get like the X8 infinite black mana. I think that's what it does. I'm like trying to remember. Oh, they might need a one cost thing to bring back, which they currently don't have. Oh, no, they do. They have Secret Keeper. Okay, Warren Soul Trader. Yeah, right now they don't have any more for the setup on it. But they can still just, like, get value out of it. Because it's 4 mana per loop. And they don't have, like, a... They don't have anybody else here getting them mana. Butler is targeting something else to bring back. Hey, Priest of Gix. Yeah, but if they have double the mana, like, because they'd be getting 6 off it, that would have worked. Hi, Prototype X8. Alright, they kill that. You could have also killed it first. Chthonian Nightmare. Sacrifice Toll Trader. Bring that back. Now it should kick off something here. Yeah, and they can bring back whatever. Oh no, is this only when it's cast? Oh, it's only when it's cast does it get doubled. So they would need like Starfield Vocalist or a Roaming Throne or some other enter the battlefield doubler on one of these types in order to get that. So right now they're juggling. Hi, Kiora. They're juggling, and I'm just like, every instant in sorcery I cast will have storm. They're the ones who have a storm count, though, not me. Hi, Shamba. That gets doubled. Would you like to kill my Dragon's Rage channeler? No, they make a treasure. If only I had if only I had Lightning Bolt. Alright, we'll get there. What storm count would I need? Big number? Number go up? Well, that just makes this easier. Yeah. Easy sneezy. Come on. Oh my god, stop jiggling. Cow, why do the cards keep jiggling? Extra cards, extra turn, storm. Yeah, that's what I'm doing next turn. I didn't leave up another red source there. Well, that's fine. I'll bounce this and that and this. I'll bounce you twice. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just like fiddling around here. Not my forte. Yeah, get in there. Alright, we'll kick off a little stormin'. Or how low are they? They're low enough. Ooh, Song of Seasons. That's great ramp. We have storm count now of 2. Put the Stomping Ground into play. The Vista into the graveyard. Put more spells in the graveyard. Thank you, Dragon's Rage Channeler. That happens again. Ah! You can also just play the lands per turn. I could go for the Temporal Manipulation right now. I'm going to cast one more spell first. think I might also be able to kill them off Lash. I think Lash also works. Kind of order independent. Because we have, like, actual combat damage, too. Here, I'll... Bolt, bolt, bolt. We bolt. We bolt. We bolt some more. We just keep bolting. And I can put, like, 4 extra turns on the stack. I really don't need to. Also, just Lash again. Winning. Aang at the Crossroads is going to be playing their 5-mana commander to get lots of 4-mana clones. Aang can then be copied, 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 and copied until you have an army of non-legendary copies of Aang or something like, well, something that's getting around that, or copies of blinkers. There's lots of things that you can clone with Aang, or you could just go for good, enter the battlefield value. I have, I have a monkey. I think it's never wrong to ape around. I'm gonna swing in with Ragavan. Would you like to trade your Llanowar elf for my monkey? Accepted. They got a Lotus Cobra this time, but I have some nice removal for your snakes. So I'll take this Chandra and use it to obliterate the Cobra.
Let's do this.
Next turn, we could go for Iroh, but I don't have things I'm recasting, so it's probably going to be Iteration and Abandoned Attachments, setting up my graveyard for Iroh on the next turn. Or just looking for removal for Birds of Paradise. If I can keep hitting their ramp, I will keep hitting their ramp. I'll start by making some red mana here because I don't actually have that much.
You're going down.
And I iterate expressively. And we've got Iroh's Demonstration. Yeah, that kills Birds of Paradise. Brawl for discounts. That's all good. So I will put, I think I'll put Brawl into hand. Stomping Grounds there. Iroh's Demonstration here. And I can go for either the targeting or non-targeting here. I'm actually going to go for the non-targeting in case they have, like, Ephemerate. Because then this will still kill Birds of Paradise. And I don't know, I feel like that's a cool big brain move. Shocking that in. Getting some blue. Now this only costs 1, and I will sit there on my Abandoned Attachments. Yeah, we don't ship Katang here. We only abandon attachments. That felt like a good, like, kill your ramp, kill your ramp, kill your ramp. 3 in a row. Somebody's asking if anyone's built Grand Grand. I've run into Grand Grand 2 or 3 times. I want to build Grand Grand Voltron or Grand Grand Discard, like self-discard. Something about that just seems so satisfying. Are you salt roping me? Is it because of what I said about Grand Grand? Ah, that's too bad. Oh, nope, they're here. Okay, they were just making up their mind, and now they're giving up. Yeah, sometimes some well-placed removal, and the fact that we're going to get to replay it all from the graveyard, mostly for free, is enough to get them to leave. GG. Rafellos, Llanowar, Emissary. The thing I need is removal for Rafellos. I do have removal once here, but they would have already untapped, so I'm going to mulligan here. Flame Slash, I'll keep this. Lightning Bolt, I'll keep this. These are the cards I need to slow down a Rafellos deck, and you will always need early removal when playing against them because, well, Rafellos is a menace. Crack this open. Once he resolves, I also likely have some protection. I want the Izzet. There we go, Steam Vents. Attempt to kill Rafellos. Good, it went through. They did not have a 1-mana protective spell. That's not a common thing in Rafellos decks, since he can so easily just be played again. I have, let's see, Mana Leak I can hold up now, so I will do that. We have a great start against this deck, but then once they get enough mana for other things, it's going to get a lot harder. Yes, I'll mana leak your rampant growth. I have to hit the ramp. They're saying good game. They're like, I'm already done with you. Yeah, reasonable. But like, I mulligan because I knew I had to do that or I'm not going to win. Slash and burn. Opponent. Listen, I have a 6-mana commander that doesn't do anything on enter the battlefield. That requires me to have more mana. And things in the graveyard. There's a lot going on here. Get him, Bertno. Good old salty Sundays. Yeah. You know how it goes. Finale for X equals 2. Snake? Snake time? Oh, it's actually a different snake than I was thinking it was going to be. But yeah, okay, it's a snake. I will use Chandra here. Ooh, do I kill Snake or do I double Shared Roots? I think I want double Shared Roots. That's really sweet. This isn't tapping for 4 this turn, so like using the minus and killing that, or using the plus and like Iroh's demonstrating it, I don't need to. If I get enough mana that I can play Iroh next turn, I'll be able to recast those spells from the graveyard, and I think that is definitely a win. Mei and Zuko. I haven't run into this commander before, but if I remember right, they are an allies commander. I'll keep this. Yep, Firebending 3. You can cast allies and artifact spells as though they had flash. All right, it'll probably more likely to be Grixis artifacts, which, neat. Probably plays nicely with Azula, honestly. I'm just thinking like, yeah, that'd be a good card with Azula, wouldn't it? All right, they have an Undercity Sewers. I got multiple ways to ramp this turn. I'll just Farseek. I'll go for a Surveil Land. Surveil Land's good. Birds of Paradise. Oh, I love a good chicken. Gotta have a little ramp. Cryogen Relic. Okay, so definitely doing artifact stuff. Maybe Artifact Sacrifice if they have a Marionette Master. I'll hold up Memory Lapse. I have so much mana. Mana good, because mana helped me cast. Wait, what does this do? Deals damage equal to the number of artifacts to a creature! No! My Bird of Paradise! Put that back on top of the deck. So, don't do that, that's scary. I'll play Iroh. I don't think he'll die. Yeah, this is, like, right now just dealing 2. Ooh, Tunnel Grinder. They discard, they draw. I like that I'm running into a bunch of different Avatar commanders today. That makes me happy. Hold up. Is the Flash Mei throwing knives really fast? I think it is. I'm like trying to figure out the flavor on here. I think it's Mei throwing the knives. Nice. Boop. If I do that, it's 3 more damage, but I think we can skip it. Could have also played it, I think, as a land. You like the Offspring baby? All of the Offspring tokens are so great. And the fact that they gave them, like, bespoke art, it like, speaks to how much that they care. Yeah, I'll move my commander back to the command zone. Play that as a land. 1, 2, 3, 4. They could potentially kill Iroh next turn. We'll just set up a discount. And sure, Birds of Paradise, you can get in there too. Hey, Gary, thank you for the biddies. Gunship takes out Brawl. Rest in garbage, you stinky old man. You're not a stinky old man. You're a good, clean-smelling old man. Phoenix Fleet airship. So they did sacrifice, so they're going to get 2 airships. If they get to 8, they all become creatures. It's very cool. I don't have much I can do here. That counterspell's not very useful in my own turn. Thopter Fabricator? May, Zuko, why do you have so many cars? This will draw them a card, trigger the airship, draw them a card, gets them a Thopter as well. I think this gets... Yeah, that'll get a trigger. Those will get a trigger. Since they have a Thopter, they can also have a 4/4. An Ink Moth? Oh, they could also use that to crew. Nice. Okay, well. Even if they counter it, we can play from the graveyard. They'd have to deal with Iroh. Also, we have a counterspell in the graveyard. I'm not attacking in because, as I mentioned before, like, they can actually block with 2 things. 2 4/4s this turn. And I have 2 more turns, which I should be able to move some of the blockers out of the way. I assume they will crew in response. Gonna put everything back into their hands. And that gets us there, especially with another turn. GG. Hashaton Scarab's Fist. Thankfully dies the Lightning Bolt. This gets to reanimate, sort of, on discard, giving you... I'm like trying to think the best way to put it. It gives you a really hard way to react to getting a card out because you make a copy of it as it's discarded. It's very good. Prismatic Vista. I'm just gonna go for the Coruscation Mage here, since I have 2 different ways to kill this. Sheesh. You think Hashaton sounds like a Warhammer name? It does sound like it would be a Warhammer name. It also, like, having the kind of ancient Egyptian look. That's very, Oh god, I'm blanking on their faction. The Necron do a lot of that. Gonna use the Illuminating Lash just to get some damage in and set up a card draw. His armor also kind of looks like Space Marine power armor. Oh, at a distance? It is big and blue with gold highlights. Not in your life, Malcolm. Kitsa, that's another discarder. I love it, sadly, in the chat. He was in the middle. Chicken said he was in the middle. Yo, poor Malcolm. Always in the middle. The Sneetch Boys' Thousand Sons? Is that how you say that? I don't even know. I'm not deep enough into the Warhammer. I should be. I think that somewhere there is like an alternate universe version of myself that got really into Warhammer and not into Magic. It's just Zinch. Cool. Hold on top. I think that would have done it. What would have done it is if I started reading the Warhammer books when I was in high school. Because I learned how to play Magic my like freshman year of college. Alright, we'll put Ledger Shredder back on top. So far, by the way, not the biggest reanimation threats, but really great discard engines from them. Yay. Kits is going to draw and discard, giving him a cute loot. Oh, Stifle. Here's a Ledger Shredder as spell number 1. And a Seasoned Hallowblade is spell number 2. All of the good discard engines. I mean, admittedly, Hatchaton's usually used to, like, cheat in big, scary things. But if you just have the discard engines, you can also just use it to make 4/4 copies of things. Which is plenty good on its own. Get pingin'. A very lonely Iroh. You Overlord from the graveyard? You can't. I thought you could, but you cannot. I don't have the mana for these. But next turn. Ooh, next turn. I got bolts. I got memory lapses. I got cyclonic rifts. I got it all. Keep your commander alive for 5 minutes challenge. Ooh, they're going for the loot first. Interesting. Remember, they do have a discard on demand with Hallowblade. They just dropped the land there. Right now, they would need 5 mana at minimum to do a Hatchaton. So they're not doing it this turn, which is amazing for me. I can actually turn one of my servos or soldiers into a copy of Coruscation Mage as well to get more pings. I think I will. I will turn you into you. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, yeah. They see it. They see what's going on here. A whole lot of lightning. GG. Dak Faden is going to be countering my spells and stealing my artifacts, which is very rude. Thankfully, I have some anti-counter spell tech, and I have no artifacts in this opening hand. I have wisdom, which can be accumulated. I have my own counter spell to try and hit Dak. They'll also be drawing and discarding cards, which can trigger some really great discard synergy. Ooh, look at you getting that turn 0 ramp. Hello, this is a hobbit. Is she getting bolted? She's getting shoved. Poor hobbit. Always getting shoved. Expedition map. What's this for? What's this for? I'm trying to think what land in Dak is like Dak's bestie land. I know what artifact they tutor for, because they, that one's a little bit easier. Yeah, they want to use, like, the liquid metal things in order to turn your just non-artifact permanents, including your lands, into artifacts so they could steal them. Fountain Port. Oh, okay, Fountain Port's nice. That's just a good card. It makes fish. Just like this. Ooh, stifled the fetch. Rude. Understandable, but rude. I'll kick it. I'll make otter babies. You can use Fountain Port and make a fish? Dang, straight you will. Lava coil on the mage, and now we have the baby watching its parent get subsumed by lava. Ugh. Okay, I'd like to draw a card, and I want to do it now. So rather than wait and hold up my mana leak, I'm gonna do this. Cryptic Command. Do I have triple blue? I do have triple blue. It's tempting to just like surveil it into the graveyard, since then Iroh can recast it later, but I want it here. I want it now.
Information's almost as good as money.
This can't hit Planeswalkers, which is worth mentioning since, you know, Planeswalker. Have a fish. Make more fish. Kill them all with Iroh's demonstration. Counter and draw. I'm behind on lands now, which is icky. Solve the equation can actually get me a land, because there's a bunch of spells that are lands on the backside. Wouldn't be the first time, and wouldn't be the last time I did that. Oh, is it Signet? I like just place the Healy, hold up mana leak. Would you like to sacrifice a token and draw a card? You monster! That fish had a family! Look, I'm gonna make artifacts for you to steal. Okay, so they can pay the 3 on this. How dare. Cycle the sensor. Well, they would have been able to censor it anyway. A Thundering Falls. And them casting nothing. So Healy, give me a little guy. Excellent. Excellent! Seagate Restoration. Guess what this is? A land. I also thought about bolting it in. Stormcast could still hold this up. They will be able to pay for mana leak, but if they do, that doesn't give them a great follow-up. Like, you want to steal my servo? No, they're drawing and discarding. Yeah, I'm out here like, I really need some mana. Because I have a great loaded, hefty graveyard here. Ooh. Either of these will work. Triggers, 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 triggers. 4 damage at Dak, and 1 damage at their face. For real, man. For real. Very appropriate anger at the gods. With a little angry emoji. If I get a land, I can cast, like, Accumulate Wisdom. Or Iroh's Demonstration to hit nothing. Here. Have a very lonely Iroh. Iroh's not alone. He has a fish. What happens if you Earthbend Seagate? If you Earthbend this and it dies, it will not come back because it will flip to the front side, which isn't a permanent. If you do it to an MDFC that has a creature or another permanent on the backside, though, it will work. And you'll actually end up with a creature, not a land, or a whatever else it happened to be. I think they're mostly creatures. Okay. Ooh, currency converter. That's gonna get them some good value. Much better than Bag of Holding. Boop. Hi. I'm gonna try again. Trying to keep an eye on what they got here. Looks like they might crack the Bag of Holding this turn to bounce Iroh again. But I can get another card under the Bag of Holding first. Ooh, or put that under the converter. They're drawing. And I'm just out here like, am I gonna get a turn? A turn with my graveyard, my commander? I'm gonna make so many 1/1s. Why are you looking at my graveyard? Why are you looking at my man? Are you gonna concede? Dak? I'm scared. You can put all those into their hand, but none of those will, have enough mana to cast it. Oh, Standstill. Yeah, sure, dude. I'll give you 3 cards. I don't care. Alright, what do we got? 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 I'm actually gonna start with the Cycle of Renewal. Yep, you get to draw 3. I don't care. And a reason I want to do that because I want more. Aha, green. The lessons only cost 1. That's really sweet for they. I think this will actually turn it off though, yeah, because now it's not in the graveyard anymore. Ooh, I'll take the land in hand. I see the monkey and I think, woo. Mo mana. Swing in. Gonna kick your Bag of Holding. Would you like to sacrifice it in response? Would you rather have those cards than these cards? All right, sweet. And now I actually have enough mana to like do more next turn. Okay. Yep, extra turns are real. And they could be a huge swing. I thought about tutoring for an extra turn last turn. I think I probably could have done that over doing the double ramps. But I wouldn't have had enough, I think, to search for and cast the extra turn. Because I was very light on mana. They're killing Saheeli, so I'll stop getting these servo tokens.
I will return.
I'm gonna pour myself some tea while they take their turns. Hi, Dak.
There's nothing sweeter to steal.
You got plenty of draw discard synergy here.
Isn't the unknown exciting?
They're dropping Counterspell and Mountain. Hi. Iroh, I'm Iroh. Okay, back in hand, sure. And they can make a 2/2 at instant speed. Iroh. Make the rogue.
I'm innocent.
Oh, whoops. Oh, no, it's fine, because I can cast this for anything. Yeah, here we go. Now we're good. Wash away. Okay. This means I don't have to deal with it again. They drop 2 lands. Currency converter just chock full of goodies here. I can make a treasure off it. This is sort of like a 1-mana rock in a deck that has a lot of discard. Fanged Flames. Going to take out my Ledger Shredder before they cast a second spell. This will loot. Loot. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. They can make a fish. They can make a rogue. Can they kill Iroh? They can! With a combination of kill spells. Dang. Bring him back. Time for Iroh. I want to draw and discard. Pyrokinesis. I'm like, what? Maybe they clicked on the wrong side of that. Bish. I could sacrifice it. We killed Dak. He's very expensive to recast, but they do have quite a bit of mana. He is at 11 mana. How much do you even have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, sort of 14. I thought about also bouncing that. Eventually, they'll totally find the turn Iroh into an artifact and steal him. And they'll have the mana for it, too. Good for them. And then I'll start looping extra turns. They took a bunch of extra turns too, right? Yeah. Hi, Dak.
Don't worry.
Dak is back. Again. Now they have 3 mana if they make a treasure. I have a counter spell, but only 1 here and a couple in the graveyard. I think we can do the thing now. All right, so we're going to solve the equation. Like, girl, you already know what I'm getting. It's the same thing you would be getting. I'll name human. Just had to have all land out. And now we can take a couple turns, hit in their face, and win the game. That's what Iroh does. Murata Neuron Hacker. It's a part of a combo where you use Paradox Engine and cast a ton of different cards. Sometimes with One Rings and Aether Flux Reservoirs to kill somebody, because she actually taps to cast enchantments for free. Or sorry, artifacts for free. I have a very helpful anti-counter spell card / ramp card here, which is going to let me, I think, get Song of Seasons out next turn and just continue ramping. Hey, Murata. I don't have removal for her. Now I have removal, but I can't actually cast it this turn. The Song of Seasons it is. And I can put the tapped land into play. Do I feel I need more fixing? I don't. So I'm going to put that in the graveyard and just hold the regular island. We surveil. I'll put the Spikefield Havert in the grave for recasting later. And now I want to lash her. Oop, they're peeking. They're looking. They're lookers! They're looking at my cards! They drew cards so they get to cheat things. This is Lady Octopus, I should also mention. It's a Spider-Man card. Boop. They don't like that. Tival, the Balanced Scale. Oh, I know this Tival player. Kaiju Dance Party makes some real fine brews. One of those people I run into in the queue quite a bit. I have... You're a 3/3, right? 4/4. I'm gonna mulligan. Tival is going to mill, get lands from the graveyard into play, and make zombies, which are all very scary. I want to make sure I have something that can kill Tival, because it doesn't actually trigger on the turn it enters, though you can trigger the making zombie parts with other things. I'm gonna lash the halfling. I don't actually have counter spells, I just want to interrupt their ramp. This is my bolting the bird. Jet Collector, okay. I could hit that with Demonstration. Since that also takes things out of the grave. And then hope that I get some more removal or can recur removal off Iroh. I believe. Yeah, getting the discount on these. I can also like recast that for 0 mana, which could be nice. Like this Dragon's Rage Channeler and swing in for 1. I think Tival is like this player's main deck now. It used to be Borborygmos and Fibblethip. I want a Surveil. Take this one. Another green and blue. Breeding Pool. I already have 6 mana. See what I can find here. Just another land. Not what I crave. Gotta scroll over here. Windfall I can put into the graveyard. Wish I had that in hand here. Oh, no, I have an instant in the graveyard. Nice. Tival swings in. They mill, they mill, they mill. There's 2 lands now to choose from. Oh, my bog! No! Oh, them hitting a Bajuka bog was real rough there. That bog means Iroh has nothing to bring back. I'm going to try to play this Chandra, but they could counter it. Counterspell. Actual factual counterspell. That puts me significantly behind. I'm going to actually put the Flame Slash on top, or just keep it on top, to try to cast it from hand, since I don't trust that Iroh will also get to resolve. Though Teval has already gotten back some of that good mana. What is happening here? So this will make treasures when things leave, but I know what the card is. I don't know why it looks like this. If you have something that exiles cards like one at a time from your graveyard, that one's real fun. I feel like Seagating first. Yeah, I'll get red. See? By the way, this will also trigger the Karu. Ooh. Pull in the trash. Because it goes to the graveyard and then leaves the graveyard. Val Hearted, thank you for the 33-month resub. Titania. Also gonna bring back lands. Why'd they leave Teval in the graveyard is a question I don't know the answer to, though. I assume they have some other reanimation spell, like reanimate. Nice henge. A minimal block. Maybe they're like, I don't even need it. Oh, hey. That's a card I would have been searching for. Put that in the grave. To recast so many ding-dang cards. Wait a minute. Trying to look at my graveyard. I do not have a land in the graveyard. Taking this Triome. Swinging in for 3. We get our extra turn. I do not have enough for Iroh in recurring it. Do I? Yeah, I have 3, not 4. But I do have Flame Slash to hit the Karu or Titania. I can, like, tutor things directly into the graveyard, it looks like, by surveilling. That's real cute. Nice. That can kill Titania. Keep ramping. No Mo Titania. Sahili's real good at clogging up the battlefield, which seems nice against, like, what they have here. So we'll keep that. I'll attack in for 3 because I have to. Perf. Okay, now you get a turn. I was asking if you can get Fierce Guardianship in Arena. It is in the UI. You can't actually use it. Ooh, Worm! Hold up. I think that kills me. It totally does. Because if I block or don't block, I take 2 damage here. We take 7 in the air, because they gave it some flying. And the Worm closes it out. A fine game again from Kaiju Dance Party. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. Iroh did great for me. I think that this is a deck that probably could be improved upon, and also is probably better piloted by somebody who plays a lot of blue. I'm just not that, like, much of an is-it gamer. I can enjoy the archetype, but for me, it's one of those things where I have fun playing it, but I know I'm not the best pilot for it. It's good to be aware of your faults, and one of my faults is that I like creatures, and this deck is not a creature-based deck. But it's still very fun, it's still very strong, and it did very well for me. So if you're looking for my deck list, you can find it in the description of the video. And if you are making any changes, please let me know in the comments so I can update my deck. If you had a certain amount of success swapping one card for another, I would love to know. Or if there's some lessons that maybe I overlooked and should have included. There were some ones I considered, but I think a lot of them would be better in a standard Brawl version of Iroh Grand Lotus, where you focus entirely on lessons. There's some great lesson synergy, like Toph and other things, and I think that it could be good to try to build teamer lessons in standard, especially with the sheer strength of the lessons that we have. So if you do any of that, please let me know, because I'd love to hear about your experiences with it. Also, if you have a commander you'd like to suggest, please let me know in the comments. Also, if you leave comments, that's good for the algorithm. So thank you to everybody who comments, even if you just say something like, I like Iroh. He's really cool. I feel bad that he lost his son. If I get a comment that says that, I'll know that you watched all the way to the end. So thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.